Okay, so as we were doing the chapter number third, ruling the countryside of your class 8 history, so we were on the topic of the problem with the niche cultivation. So as I have already gave you the definition of niche cultivation and the properties of niche cultivation in the last paragraph, how was indigo cultivated, and we know that there was another part also, that was rayoti cultivation, rayoti indigo cultivation. So we will get to know about that rayoti indigo cultivation in the paragraph number indigo on the land of riots. So for that, you have to watch the next video on the channel Historia. Okay. So in this topic, we'll get to know about the disadvantages of the niche cultivation, and there were a number of disadvantages of niche cultivation. Okay. So the first thing here comes that when foreign planters came in India, okay, so the planters from Britain came to India for making indigo dyes so that they could provide Britain some indigo dye, right? So they all came in India, they started doing the businesses. But as the thing was, ki just you take few examples. I'm going to give you what was exactly happening with the planters. So for a few examples, just imagine that I have three things, okay? These are my three things. I tried to manage the first thing. After so many difficulties, I found this, I got this, I got to manage the first thing, okay? First thing, second thing, and the third thing. So I am done with the first thing. So as I'm done with the first thing, so here I'm done with the first thing. But the thing is that if I'm done with the first thing, I got to manage how to manage the first thing. I found this thing finally. The second thing comes over me. I have to also manage the second thing as well. And if I manage the second thing also, I have to manage the third thing. And to manage three of the things, there are a number of difficulties, conflicts, and there are huge problems, and there was so chaos, right? So at that time, due to some other reasons, you could say due to not that much development, the plantations one can't work properly in their own manner. So there were so many things that if you done the second thing also, if you are done with the second thing, there's the issue with the third thing. And to make this whole thing means to make a whole big plantation industry, to set up an industry, we have to manage such three things, and these such things are in a lot of amount, can you believe, and on a large scale. So I'm gonna share a few problems which used to happen. So in the indigo one, they tried what was happening, that at the time of rice cultivation, indigo plants also used to grow. And that is why at the time of harvesting of crops, at the same time indigo crops were used to harvest. So in India, when farmers are busy during the rice cultivation, so they can't do the work of planters, and that is why planters don't want this. They want that farmers come to them and do their plantation works. So this thing happens. So this was the first problem. Second thing, that if they thought the first difficulty for them was to get a land in India. So just imagine that if a zamindar, if they found a zamindar who's ready to sell his land or sell her land, so they got the land, they bought the land now, okay, and after buying the land, they found that the land is too far miles away from the plantation industry. So how would they do the transportation system? And at that time, transportation system was not that well developed, so it was so difficult for them. Then if suppose they got land around the plantation industry, but they won't get the farmers now. May the farmers houses are the miles away from the plantation industries. So, and indigo, fertile land used to we need fertile land to grow indigo. And fertile lands in India were densely populated, and even now the fertile lands of India are more densely populated right now. Means more people are there, more people have set up their houses there, and more people have started cultivation processes and doing agriculture there. So they won't even get a fertile land for indigo. And this was a few number of problems, and there were huge problems, okay. And the problems which are shared in your books is that also, that at that time, plow and bullocks means the animals we use for them to do our cultivation processes, and plow is a tool through which we do our cultivation, or we harvest crops, or we till the land So these plow and bullocks were also on the demand and also in the scarcity. So as well as these were in the scarcity, so these why these were in the scarcity, because plow and bullocks were get used to get busy with the rice cultivators at the time of indigo cultivation. So, can you believe with such problems how niche cultivation is gonna benefit the foreign planters or the British planters? So this whole thing, this all of these issues get the led to the collapse of niche cultivation. Now, in the last paragraph of this topic, it is mentioned in the late 19th century, less than 25% of land producing indigo in India was left. Okay, so the people who used to do niche cultivators, the land under niche cultivation system was less than 25% in India now. Okay, niche indigo cultivation system, the lands under niche indigo cultivation are now less than 25% in India. And this was in the 19th century. And the rest of the indigo cultivation was in the rioti system, rioti cultivation. So as I told you, we'll get to know about this rioti cultivation in the next paragraph. I'm going to explain it on the next video. So thank you. If you have any doubts, any queries, any questions, please comment down so that I could answer them. And please also share your views and suggestions. And if I found them useful, I would definitely do that. Thank you.